Hey y'all. So there was something really nice that happened today, and I wanted to share it with you. We've got another person of the week. I don't know her name, but she knows who she is. And she was at Walmart well, we weren't with each other, but we just happened to be at Walmart at the same time. I don't know this lady. So I went to Walmart and I was craving something sweet, right? So I got a small piece of cake. Well, it wasn't really meat. It was like a medium size. And then some Bavarian cream donuts because those are, for some reason, the other Walmart doesn't carry them anymore. I don't know what their problem is. But those are like awesome. So I don't know what the problem is. So when I seen them, something told me, go ahead and get those. But I wasn't going to get them because I'm like, do I really want to get both? Do I want to spend that money right now because I got to put gas in the car? And I went ahead and got it. Well, God worked me a miracle. I like miracles. They're pretty fun. So this lady is in front of me. She's got, some groceries that she's got to get checked in and this and that, And then he gives her the price of her groceries. And she says very casually, go ahead and add her stuff to my bill. And she's talking about me. She said, add her treats to my bill. It was so cute, my treats. And I'm like, what the heck? I said, thank you so much. That's really sweet of you. That is really, really sweet. And she's like, hey, no problem, She acts like she does this every day. No biggie, just pay somebody else's tab or whatever, And then I told her how me and my friend do random acts of kindness. We've been doing it for many years now, not just around Christmas. And it all started because and I told you guys this a long time ago, I was sitting in the laundromat and I felt like death. I had the flu. Oh, God, I didn't have a washer and dryer at the time, and I'm dying, okay? I got my clothes in a dryer, and I'm just waiting for them to be done so I could get the heck up out of there. I got my head on the table, and I'm just dying. And it's at night, and I'm in there by myself. So some dude, this is just before Christmas, whenever this happened. And it was years and years ago. This is how this random act of kindness came about. So he comes in there with no laundry. And I'm on instant alert because I'm a female by myself. I'm like, what is happening right here? He comes over to me. I swear to you. He comes over to me. He said, what's your favorite movie? And I said, well, your Christmas movie. And I said, well, I don't really have one. And he looked at me like, come on, surely you've got one. And I started laughing and I said, The Grinch That Stole Christmas. And he starts smiling. Excuse me. Oh my God. He starts smiling. He goes, that's the right answer. And he proceeds to give me $10. And I was broke as hell at the time. So that $10 made me feel like a millionaire. Okay. And I'm stuttering. I'm trying to tell him I can't in fact, I think I did manage to squeeze the words out. Because at first I went, I can't take this. He threw his hands up as he walked away like it's not even up for discussion. Merry Christmas. So that triggered the random acts of kindness. And what happened recently, like a few weeks ago, I went to Burger King. And remember chain letters back in the day? Somebody give you a chain letter, and you had to pass it on, and they had to pass it on, and the whole bit. Well, we had a chain paying type of situation. You pay for something. So I pull up, and I'm ready to pay my bill, And they said, the car in front of you paid for you. Are you willing to pay for the car behind you? Because we've been doing this for a while. We've been doing this like for a good while now. where people are just paying. Do you want to pay for the people behind you? And I'm like, wait, what? Because I'm confused. Like, that's never happened to me before. Huh? Scooby-Doo. They're like, yeah, the car in front of you paid for you. Are you willing to pay for the car behind you? And I said, well, how much is their bill? And they told me, and I went ahead and paid it. I said, sure. And I went ahead and paid for them. And so we had a chain reaction. Every car paid for the car behind them, paid for the car behind them, and paid for the car behind them. And it was just a beautiful thing. And I had told these ladies in the store casually, I just casually mentioned it to them. And one of them, they kind of nodded their head like, that is really cool. And one of them said, I heard about, that type of thing happening. I never met anyone who was involved in it. And I said, yeah, it was a beautiful thing. So in a world of so many wackadoo things happening, we need all the good things we could get. You know what I'm saying? So the other night, and I told myself to knock it off, but the other night I was stressed about my surgery and I got no sleep whatsoever. I've never been in a situation where I'm having surgery on the same body part. That has never happened to me before. This is the most challenging surgery of any surgery I've had. And this is the only surgery that went wrong. I still have discomfort in my big toe on my left foot, and I don't know if the bone is mending. I am taking the proper vitamins, and I'm doing salads, and I'm going to have to get some fruit too. I saw some pineapple today. I should have got it. But I will definitely invest in some watermelon and some fruit and, try to replenish my body with the vitamins it needs to prepare for surgery. In addition to, I need to figure out where my leg cover is. It's the best thing ever for your arm or your leg. It's a plastic sleeve when you can't get that body part wet, and it has a gasket, an airtight gasket on the top, rubberized gasket type deal, and it keeps water out when you take a shower. So when you cannot get your bandages wet, baby, that beats a plastic garbage bag any day of the week. And they're really, affordable on Amazon. Okay, and there's different styles and whatnot. But I have to find the one that I had. If I can't find it, chances are I'm going to have to get another one. What else do I need? I got to write that, make a list of whatever I have to do before the big day. So when the big day comes, I'm set. I'm all set. But yeah, I couldn't sleep. I could not sleep. And you get to the point where you can't function correctly. You can't concentrate during the day. Plus, I didn't have any desire to eat that morning or that afternoon, whatever it was. I didn't have any desire to eat anything. And then that makes your concentration through the day worse because your brain is not functioning on any nutrients whatsoever, and you're basically driving a car with no gas in the tank or like 2 drops of gas in the tank. That don't work out too well. So I told myself, I gave my body a pep talk. I'm like, listen, that's enough. Have to get adequate rest in order to function. Have to get adequate rest to prepare for the big day. Just can't do this nonsense. So I slept better last night, and I'm stuck in this mode of, don't laugh, y'all, but I'm stuck in the mode of survivor stories because y'all know, I love me some survivor stories. I love them. Absolutely love them. And I've been watching them before I go to bed, which is kind of good and kind of not good. Kind of not good because you keep thinking about it, and your brain can't rest if it keeps But anyways, I try to make my brain, okay, we acknowledge that the story was interesting. Don't keep replaying the whole thing. Let's drift off to La La Land. Let's do that. All right. It has been super hot here. I don't know about where you guys are, but it's super hot here. And it's just been muggy. Bleh, barf, puke. Anyway, I never do this, but I want to do it tonight, and God will give me the right words to say. I want to say a prayer for all the people who have been impacted by the flooding in Texas. It has been a nightmare from hell. If you haven't seen the actual footage of the river, it went 20 feet in 93 minutes. 20 feet above its normal level in 93 minutes. It looks like a raging ocean. We're so detached from it when we hear about it, and we hear that people lost their lives, and houses were floating down the river and all this, and we're kind of not really tuned into what's really going on until we see footage. And then you get a bird's eye view, 3D view of the catastrophic damage. So I don't do this publicly, but we're going to do it tonight, okay? Or today, wherever you are and whatever part of the world you're in. Let's just do a quick prayer. God will give me the right words, because like I said, I've never done this before. Dear God, I ask that you embrace all the families and all the friends, all the loved ones of people that were impacted by these severe floods in Texas. I ask that you wrap your arms around everyone who has been impacted. I ask that you send your angels to help them find the people who haven't been found yet, that you grant these families and loved ones peace, peace which surpasses all understanding. I ask that you comfort them. I ask that you hold the souls of the people who lost their lives. May they rest with you in eternal peace, and just provide them strength, all of them strength that they never knew they had. In Jesus' most precious name we pray. Amen. You guys take care, and remember, every day is a blessing. Love you. Bye.